Hello, welcome to Metamystic Tarot. This is a message for the collective. We need to have a plan in place here. This is not just something that's going to fall out of the sky. This is something that's going to take the proper planning in order to expand. I'm hearing that Rick Astley song. Remember years ago there was that like Rick Roll joke? Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. I don't know. I don't know why the hell that's coming to my mind right now. What are the lyrics though? Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. But they did, didn't they? They did give you up. They did let you down. That's why you have to have strength. That's why you're having to have strength, rather. This is the irony of this, though. And this is what I want to say. You actually manifested the battle. Why? It's kind of like, or I should say this. It's like you manifested your tower. You manifested the change. You knew that you were going to have to go through some sort of showdown. Okay. The High Priestess. You knew you were going to have to be strong. And that's why in the middle of all of this here is the Emperor. The leader. It's only a matter of time, is what I'm hearing. It's only a matter of time. 8 of Wands. Before the Judgment. Yeah, people are being enlightened. All the way to the root. With the 6 of Cups. People are understanding what they have to do. This is what's happening. Okay, there are groups of people and this is what I'm seeing. Okay, there are those who are receiving the wake-up call here. Okay, receiving the communication, receiving the signs, receiving the messages here, and it's causing them to go through a sort of like death here of sorts. Okay, they're becoming enlightened, going all the way down to the roots and expanding. So that's one group, and I believe that's the group I'm speaking to today. But there's another group that, as the judgment is called, quote unquote, they're going to react very differently. They're going to resist this. And so what they're going to do is they're actually going to project. They're going to say that you're the problem. And that's what we were talking about with this. You knew, now we're back on the micro level. We're talking macro here. Talking collective here, but what I'm talking about is on the micro. We're all going through our own version of this. We manifest a change. We manifested expansion, that we wanted expansion, right? We wanted a new life. I just saw 444 as I'm looking at the Emperor. 4. This is like the 4 corners of a square. This is the stability. We manifested. As we manifested this new life for ourselves, we all had to come up against these sorts of battles here, where they kind of felt like lose-lose sorts of battles. But we were willing to go through that for the sake of expansion, okay? We knew what to expect here. We knew we were going to have to be strong, okay? But there are those that are on the right side of this, and there are those who are on the wrong side, quote unquote. Okay. Yeah, the devil. 100%. Like, imagine if somebody could dangle in front of you your greatest fears, and it's like your Achilles heel, like the thing that would trip you, the thing that would cause you to fall, cause you to break. That's what was shot at you like arrows. Okay. And that's why there had to be a showdown, even though you didn't want to. You didn't want to go that route, but you knew you were going to have to. Okay. The moon. The 5 of Cups. But it leads to the 10 of Cups. The things that have been hidden, and we had the 6 of Cups before, the things that have been hidden in the root, take that as root chakra or as your childhood or your inner child, the things that were quote unquote hidden in the root, when they were exposed here, this was actually for your benefit, even though it brought about grief for a time. It's simply the journey to get you to the 10, going from the 5 to the 10. There may be sorrow in the night, but joy comes in the morning. That's from the Bible. So you're going from the 5 to the 10. So the very thing that was meant to harm you and take you off your path and quote unquote expose you was actually, the gateway to your healing, your true healing. It's like you took that path saw that 6 of Swords there. I just keep hearing the path of least resistance, the path of least resistance, the path of least resistance. Travel that path. They fought dirty. You don't have to. Take the other path. If you're caught between two paths, two options, take the path of least resistance, the one that is going to make you feel balanced with the King of Cups emotionally, and take the path that feels like the most you, because you've gone through a rebirth, and the person you are now is the person that needs to make this decision. With the light you're in now, make it from that vantage point. Do not consult the past. Do not. Stick with what you know now, and that's the path you need to take. And it's going to feel easy to you, the path of least resistance. It's not going to be challenging. It's going to seem very common sense to you, very obvious, very easy, I'm hearing. The Empress and the 10 of Pentacles. There is a shift going on here. And there's need to be wise. See, I'm drawn to her crown with the 12 stars, symbolizing the 12 different astrological signs. She can understand all of them and embody all of them. We need to be wise as serpents and gentle as doves, like Jesus said in this day and age. We need to, take, what like on the different expressions of things depending on where we are, which room we're in, which people we're around. Remember, the path of least resistance. And then when we need to, we will put forth so we have the masculine and the feminine, the mother and the father. We have the dual perspectives here, okay? What I'm seeing is it's both, okay? Both energies are needed for this new movement, if you want to call it that, to take place in the world. We saw the Six of Swords, literally a movement. I just saw 11:11. So what I'm seeing here is be smart, okay? Allow for things to come to you with the Empress, and then allow for, don't be shy to move forward in power with the Emperor. So it's the feminine and the masculine working together. And they are right in the center of this reading here. They're right in the center of all of this going on. So everyone's gonna be just fine. It's just a matter of perspective. This could be a lawyer here. We also have the Judgment card. So it's almost like, have you ever heard of, those class action lawsuits? It's kind of like that. It's like there's a quote-unquote class action lawsuit going on right now. And you're being defended. We're being defended in a sense right now, is how I'm seeing it. It's like a group class action lawsuit that we're going to come out the other side of. Is the way that I'm seeing this shake out. And anything else here? People are going to have to make a choice here. Like, do people, because we live in a day and age that people are addicted to conflict. It's like it kind of gets their jollies off at this point, and people are going to have to make a choice. Okay. Do they want to live in conflict? Okay. And Nine of Swords, or do they want to choose life? You know what I'm saying? It's like people are making their choices right now. And, in making the wrong one, like taking the path of most resistance, it's only going to lead them here. Like, we're talking about just simple, pure, universal love. Like the love of a child. Okay? With no expectations, with no strings attached. This is like the new paradigm here. It's like, what do we believe as a society? What do we believe in now that all this has happened? Is kind of how I'm seeing it. Do we still believe in love today? Or don't we? Is this the sort of life we want to live? Do we want to live in denial? Or do we want to live in truth, the truth of love, real love, the truth of love, real love? Because what we don't understand right now, because we live in the age of technology, it's cold, it's lifeless, and it's as cold as these swords, right? We don't see the full manifestation of the results of this yet, okay? But we will soon, and that's the choice we're all making. And I'm 100% like, I don't know how to even put into words how much of a tech person I am, okay? So I'm not like knocking, I'm not making those sorts of statements here. In fact, I'm not making any sort of statement. These are spiritual things that I'm saying. These are not, I'm talking about the psychology even with that Nine of Swords. We need to choose love. And that's really the message here. And I'm gonna wrap it up there. Because at the end of the day, we need to make the choice. Are we gonna take the simple path of true love, or are we going to choose this sort of reality? It's as simple as that. And that's the position that we're in as a collective right now. So, much love, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.